Hi guys, I thought I would do a video on supplementation. I've had quite a few people ask me what supplements I have during the day, so I thought I'd go through one by one. So let's begin. These are digestive enzymes. We have digestive enzymes in our body anyway and in the food that we eat, but sometimes we just overcook food or we eat processed food, which is super easy in this country, and we tend to kill all the digestive enzymes, which means we really struggle to digest the food we eat. Now, for someone like me who suffers with abdominal issues, digestive tract issues, this is really important because it means my body can actually have a bit of help in digesting the food properly. These are vegetarian because I am vegetarian, so people, if you are vegetarian, there's always vegetarian supplements you can get. So don't always think that you need to go for something which has gelatin or derives from an animal. You don't. But yeah, these are an important part of my day. I have it before every single meal, and I kid you not, my digestive tract, my bowels, my stomach feels so much better since I've been having these, so this is a must. Next, we've got these probiotics. So after undergoing a huge abdominal condition, my abdomen, my gut was probably full of this bad bacteria which I was just feeding. So this is great. It's a nice shot of friendly bacteria which will actually allow some good bacteria to start populating in my system again. I did a lot of research when I was getting probiotics, and this seems to be the best one. I've had some amazing reviews about Probio 7 and how people really quickly start feeling less bloated, they have more regular bowel movements, they don't feel pain after they eat, their intolerances have come to a minimum. So I'm really loving the fact that I've got this, and it's worth every penny. We then go on to vitamin D. So again, these are vegetarian. Vitamin D is really important. We usually get it from the sunshine, but living in this country, it's pretty dull. So these are really important. They're not very strong, so as you can see, it's just 25. But that's good because I don't want to overdo it, over supplement and start getting like migraines and side effects. So this is good. I have it once a day. Now, what's important to note is that vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, which means you should be having it with fat. So anyone who is on a low-fat diet, come off that. You don't need to be on a low-fat diet. Actually, you're probably not absorbing your vitamins very well if you're on a low-fat diet. So start eating some healthy fats like avocado, olive, coconut oil, tofu, etc., and have these bad boys with it. Alongside these, I would recommend that you have magnesium. Magnesium aids the absorption of vitamin D and calcium, so I have my magnesium with my vitamin D, which is super important. Again, these are vegetarian, and they're not that high either, but make sure it's also magnesium citrate. So I steer clear of magnesium oxide, which hasn't got a very good absorption, whereas citrate absorbs really well. We then come on to this. This has been a lifesaver for me in the last month or so. I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't eat dairy, although I'm on the road to becoming vegan as well, so I'm not eating much dairy anyway. But if there's any kind of a day where I'm feeling like, oh, I really want some lactose, I want some ice cream or cake, then these are really good. You just take one before you have any lactose, or if you're having something which has a high concentration, you take 2 capsules. But when you're lactose intolerant, you don't produce lactase, which essentially digests the lactose. So if you're not got any lactase, then that's why we experience all of these horrible things. So this is essentially a pure lactase enzyme, which is what my body doesn't produce. So by adding it in, it means my body doesn't have to suffer anymore, which is great. So I don't take it every day, just on days where I'm feeling a little bit like I need a bit of cake or ice cream in my life. So then we go on to these. These are CLAs. This is an essential fatty acid. Fatty acids are extremely important. CLAs you usually get from meat and dairy, which obviously I don't have, but you can also get it from safflower oil and sunflower. So this is important for anyone who's training quite hard, intense training and weight training. It helps minimize a bit of that stubborn fat, as well as aiding you to build some lean muscle mass, which is extremely important as part of my goal. So if you're just looking to shed a bit of fat, then this isn't it. This isn't for you. But if you are heavily weight training and you're doing intense exercise and there's a bit of stubborn fat and you're trying to build lean muscle mass, then this is for you. This I have once every meal, so 3 times a day. That is all. We then go on to these multivitamins. Multivitamins I usually recommend. So even though, as you can see, it's got all these lovely vitamins and minerals in there, really essential, especially like folic acid and iron and stuff, but it has got vitamin D too, but as you can see, it's not got very much in there, so I'm not over supplementing, which is good. But you know, you can get, again, all of these things in as a part of your diet, but just in case you're not absorbing it very well, it's always great to just have a bit of an aid, a bit of a boost in terms of your vitamins and your minerals. Last but not least, we go on to these. So these are BCAA's essential amino acids. They're great for muscle recovery, trying to produce a more anabolic environment rather than breaking down muscle, so in a catabolic environment. They're also great for providing you with energies, especially if you've got like a big heavy leg, doing quite a heavy leg day, for example, then I might take some with me in the gym, so having it during my workout. These are pure BCAAs and they're pretty good, high quality, high grade, 100% pure. Try to avoid any of the ones which are like flavored because they have extra sugar and sweeteners and stuff in there. But I tend to have a flavoured one sometimes because they dissolve better. So my flavoured ones are IBCAs, whereas these, they taste like rank if you have it by itself. And they don't dissolve very well, so I tend to put it in like my shake or something like, or a smoothie, so that way it doesn't taste bad, but I'm still getting in the good stuff, the pure stuff. And last but not least, we move on to another essential amino acid, which is L-glutamine. Aside from its huge benefits to your training, it's amazing at protecting your immune system. It's great for people who have had digestive issues. It's even given in hospitals, and GPs give it for people who are just suffering a little bit. But overall, it's just incredible for your immune system. Like, I can't speak about it enough. So I like to take this 3 times. I'm at the moment only taking it twice. I'm taking it in the morning and then kind of middle of the day, but I'm trying to find a way that I can have it for the 3rd time. But again, it's not got the best taste because it's unflavoured. So if you guys have any ideas of how I can incorporate this in the evening before I go to bed, let me know. I'd be glad to take some advice as to how I get it in the 3rd time, but I am working on it. So, ladies and gents, these are my supplements. There's not a lot. I don't over supplement. It can be just as harmful to over supplement, but just make sure that you understand your bodies. So don't just do what I'm doing or what somebody else is doing. Actually understand what your body needs. Get a blood test, for example, or just understand your medical history a little bit better, and then you can understand what you actually need on a daily basis, especially to meet your body's needs, your health needs, your and the needs of your goals. So if you're training a lot, or you know, if you're losing weight, or if you're building muscle, this will be heavily dependent on that as well. I hope this has helped, guys. Take care. Bye.